one of the hardest games, man. It's like I played it once at AX last year, and a peon fight, like a little like basic creepy crawly, is pretty much the fight of your life in that game. It doesn't matter how souped up you are. It's that much of a pain in the ass. They do it on purpose. They're trying to bring that challenging edge to video games with this particular group, and they show you no mercy whatsoever. So definitely a game that people can sink their teeth into and be pissed off and play for hours at a time.
So what's going on with Daredevil? When does that come back on?
Sometime, I want to say in 2016?
Oh, okay.
I believe it is. Yeah, it'll be relatively soon. They pushed that for a second season based on the strength of the first one, how everybody dug it.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming, and then Jessica Jones just came out, which if you haven't watched it yet, you're messing up big time because that was great. And then I believe Luke Cage will be after. It'll either be a little bit before or a little bit after season 2 of Daredevil.
Now, Punisher and Elektra are supposed to be on Daredevil also.
They're coming out this season, yes.
Are they going to spin off, or are they going to stay on that show?
It's going to be on Daredevil.
That's
John
awesome.
Bernthal from Walking Dead and the other girl whose name I can never remember for some reason, they're going to be bringing it hard on this season. A lot of dead bodies, I predict. A lot of dead bodies.
Open to a Punisher series as well.
Oh, they're optioning that, or is that going to be that official, or?
Well, they said they're open to it.
Which is
like 6 possible ones, and Moon Knight and Punisher were right on top.
Wow.
Moon Knight I'd be down for.
Yep.
Crazy, multiple personality Batman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work. That'll fit their motif for now. That'll fit the brand. That'll be within the next year or two.
Multi-personalities. This guy's coming back.
Yeah, you just told me about this, and it's news to me. I didn't hear about that.
Showtime.
So is it?
It's not the musical. That's a off-Broadway.
Okay.
Unofficial.
So this one, what I was going to ask you before we went on, does this take place after the end of the first series?
This is where he's up in Oregon as a lumberjack. He's working as a lumberjack. Right where they left off. You know?
Okay, so give me your thoughts on that. Are you yay or nay?
I was upset they killed off Deborah and all that, but now I see for the story-wise it makes sense because now nothing holds him back.
Right.
Now he was always worried about his co-workers and Deborah. Well, he's no longer a forensic scientist. Yeah,
he can just be
working as a lumberjack.
Thing that he is.
You know, he can go vigilante anytime and not worry about who's watching and so on and so forth. So I like it.
So do you think the code will still be like a big thing with him? Because that was Dexter's whole shit. That was the one thing that differentiated him from being just another sociopathic killer, is the fact that he had this moral, ethical code that he followed. And that gets tested. So I don't know how much room you could have to play around with that. If it has nothing else holding him back, how far can he go before that code kind of just falls apart?
Well, maybe that's what this is really about.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll check it out.
You know? But I'm looking forward to that. I really like this.
All right, so when is that happening?
It's supposed to come out next year. Or 2017, I think.
Damn, that's fast. That's pretty fast. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll definitely...
We're practically in December now, and, you know, it's... Yeah.
We got time. We got time.
All right, say it. I know it's coming up. You can't go a show without me mentioning it at least once, and we have 6 minutes left. You already know it's coming, so you might as well. Walking Dead. I said it.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about this thing anymore.
Oh man, come on.
Isn't it done now? Mid-season? Didn't that happen already?
That's tonight.
It's tonight. It's gonna be a whole bunch.
It's tonight. Oh, okay.
A lot of walkers, a lot of.
I have to say they lost. Even though I was upset with Glenn, they lost a little respect in my eyes because, you know.
I mean, we did call it though. Ultimately, can we go back? If you could play footage of the show where we say he's underneath the garbage bin.
Yup.
that is like
We
so,
called it.
I think it's a disservice to the fans because look, remember when the governor caused all that damage at the prison and you didn't know who was alive or whatever, and then this guy in a riot suit came out and he saves this girl. He says, "Oh, he's glad he's alive. Oh yeah, he didn't die." Hey, they want you to go well again. No, is he alive or is he dead? Now I don't care if he died. It's twice they pulled this crap on me, you know. And now they're bringing Egan in. Oh, like, I don't know. He's the one who bashes his head in with a bat. I don't care now. Oh, but now Maggie's pregnant. I don't care. Chop him up, stick him to the zombies, stick him there with some brown fried rice. I don't care what you do with him. I'm done with Glenn. Kill him. Die. I want to know what happened to Daryl's crossbow. I think they're missing for 2 weeks.
Who is this?
Daryl's crossbow.
Oh.
I stole Daryl's crossbow.
Daryl. Okay, Daryl's cross. That's right. He did. I totally forgot about that.
I was about to say, Dean, tell us how you really feel.
I think it's the guy who...
Yeah, real talk, right? We'll see. I mean, I guess you'll see. Let me rephrase. You'll see. I checked out once. I heard...
I don't watch it anymore, damn it. I thought we were going to watch this.
I don't either. It's 7. That's your job now, man. You hit me up and you were like, Glenn's alive, and I just was like, ... okay, ...
But you know what? But it's so funny because I said the way you saw the blood gushing out, I was like, yeah, that's not his blood. The guy fell on top of it, was eating it. I mean, we said it
weeks before it came.
Yeah.
Ages before it came out.
He's
So,
5'5" and 150 pounds to slide under a dumpster like that.
The thing is, it made no sense because if they jumped down to eat up that guy, how come they didn't bite Glenn? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It was stupid.
yeah, the idea is that here's the only way how I can even possibly explain that. The smell factor that zombies typically have is dulled when they're in bigger numbers. So even if they were eating Nicholas, the idea is that they would smell him, they would hear him, but if there's that many of them gathered, there's not that idea where they would hone in on one particular person. That's the best I got.
Well,
That's the best you
only way I can
they showed up when Glenn got under there and some zombies tried to get him. He stabbed him in the head. So I guess he
and then used it for cover.
I think he kept the dead zombies near him.
Right.
Okay, so use it for cover, which, yeah, it could work.
That made sense once he got underneath there. My thing is, how was he even able to get to that point? And that made no sense.
They should have done the right thing. They should have John Wayne this thing. He should have used that dumpster as a battering ram and then rode it like a horse right down the hill, man. That's it. He got 4 wheels.
Wow.
I the damn dumpster.
Oh, gosh.
Can zombies open up a dumpster? Why don't you jump their butt into the dumpster and just shut it?
Actually, yeah.
Really?
Because you see
It was
zombies
so
that have used basic... Yeah,
This is so aggravating.
that could have worked. Because zombies, they have...
First of all, they were near a fence, too. Why did they didn't jump?
You're too stupid.
The zombies were on the other side of the fence.
Oh, they were?
They were on the other side. That's why Nicholas and them stopped. They were going to hop the fence, but then it's like there were a shit ton more of them on the other side, so it's just like we're stuck. And after that, they jumped on top of the trash bin. That's a good idea, though, because we've seen zombies kind of sort of use basic motor skills, like turning doors and opening them, stuff like that, but I don't think it would occur to them to open up a dumpster bin looking for fresh meat. So if he'd have done that, unless one of them saw him doing it, but even then, once the thing disappears, it's just like, all right, I guess I saw a human, but let me just keep going about my business. So, I don't know.
He could have got one zombie, dragged him in with him, stabbed him in the head, and just keep it over his body while in the dumpster. I mean, I was just like, no, I would believe that and him riding the dumpster downhill more than I believe he got to squeeze under the dumpster. Oh, come on. Fooey.
I think it's ran its course for me. I can't. I broke up with it weeks ago. 7, you can just bring me anywhere. If anything halfway significant happens, you can remember it and just keep it to yourself on the show. Because I don't.
You should at least watch it tonight. It's so good. The mid-season things are always...
It's the last one. Oh, man. Well, on that note, anything in particular you want to tell the folks we're going to talk about next week?
I guess we go on about how I didn't hear what Dean said, but we got Into the Badlands, which is pretty badass.
Oh, yes. So we will be talking about that next week.
Oh, and apparently we're getting if not a second trailer, we're getting extra footage for Batman vs Superman on Monday, I believe it is. So
Okay.
I will definitely bring that up so we can talk about that.
Cool.
I will have more video game news, probably Fallout for you guys, because that's what everybody's playing right now. And whatever new stuff happens, we'll post it on the site, and we will also talk about it on the show.
Cool. Cool.
So check us
Alrighty.
out on both mediums.
And if you're on SCVnetwork.com, you realize that SonicEclectic.com is the same thing as SCVnetwork.com. And I hope you guys are enjoying the new site. Thank you for coming out. On the West Coast, we have Drew. On the East Coast, we have Dean. And I'm somewhere in cyberspace in the middle. And thank you so much. I'm Seven, and you're watching Eclectica. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.